Are we nearing the moment, or at least the possibility, of a move to Major League Soccer for Mexico's all-time leading goal scorer, Chicharito, currently at Sevilla, Ale, latest club that he has spent time at around Europe? What do you think is going to happen with him?
Well, here's the thing about Chicharito. Now he's 31 years old, and so you're thinking, if the move for MLS were to be in a position in which MLS really likes to think of Chicharito as a player that you can build the league around and sort of put all your marketing campaign behind, I think that would have been better served for MLS if this had happened a couple of years ago. See, at 31, I'm not quite sure what exactly you're getting from Chicharito. See, it's a player that needs service. It's not a guy that is going to take players on. He's a guy that depends on his movement inside the 18-yard box, and with that service, then he can provide that finishing touch. And so it's not the sort of guy that really jumps out at you throughout 90 minutes. And it's also not the sort of cultural icon that, say, a guy like Zlatan became in MLS and was even before he came to MLS, or whatever David Beckham did in the early days of MLS as well. So he doesn't have that appeal. He doesn't have that ability to sort of cut across pop culture, whereas Zlatan did, and did very much so from the moment he showed up in Los Angeles. That's not the case with Chicharito. So I don't know what the expectations from MLS are going to be. Is this yet another attempt by Major League Soccer in appealing to the Mexican market, to the Mexican Americans that can come and support Major League Soccer? Those attempts have been many by Major League Soccer, and none of them have really worked all that well. Carlos Vela has been very good as a player. I'm not quite sure that people are coming to stadiums around the country to watch Carlos Vela play. They do it for a guy like Zlatan. I'm not sure that they do it for a guy like Carlos Vela. Similarly to Chicharito. Some may show up, but is it going to be consistent enough to just watch Chicharito play? I don't think that that's the case. And here's the thing. In those attempts that MLS has made to appeal to the Mexican community, those usually have come up short. Chivas USA is no longer with us, for example. It was an appeal to try to get the Mexican-American community to come and support a team that would be essentially based out of Mexico. That didn't quite work because the Mexican fans have their own teams that they support. They're not supporting Chicharito because he played for Chivas at one point. No, they're supporting Monterrey, they're supporting Santos, they're supporting this team and that team. And so if he doesn't quite have the appeal to have people come out in masses to watch him play around the country, then he better go to a market where there is a large Mexican-American presence. And so markets like LA and Chicago pop up as a possibility. I think it's still up in the air, and you better be careful if you're Major League Soccer that you understand very well what you're getting as a player now. Not only as a player and what productivity you're going to get on the field, but also what you're getting off the field. And if those things are good enough for you, then sure, make the move. The guy can score goals. There's no question about that. He has scored goals for years upon years, and he will continue to score goals. But he does need service, and he needs a team around him that can provide that service.
If you were advising him on his next move, or whether to stay put in Spain with Sevilla, who are doing fairly well, where he's sharing minutes, what would you advise him to do?
Well,
to push for that move, to push to try and to sell himself as a brand, or to say, you know what, I'll just be the finisher somewhere and be productive.
Well, and that's a personal choice, right? Because if you're going to sell yourself as a brand, then you're going to be out in the forefront. And MLS will put you in the forefront. And you're going to be expected to have certain responsibilities that perhaps he doesn't have right now. And he's going to be sold as Mexican superstar, a national team player, and all these things, and you're going to be right there in front of the camera because people are going to expect you to say something interesting. I don't know that this is his personality. It's not what he has shown to be. It's not like Zlatan that showed up and he was looking for the camera. It's like, where do I go? Where's the camera? Here I am. I smile to everybody because he wants that sort of attention. I'm not sure that he does, but here's the thing. If you're MLS and you roll out the red carpet and that red carpet has a big, and I mean big, load of money behind it, then Chicharito may just say, hey, I can do an interview. It's fine. Fine, I'll talk to whoever you want me to talk about. So it's a give and take. But if you're going to roll out that red carpet, you, as I said before, you better know for certain what is it that you're getting and whether that's worth it. Whether the goals are worth it and the combination with the potential, not the certainty. There was certainty that Zlatan was going to bring people to stadiums. There is no certainty that Chicharito is going to do that for you. In the local stadium, yes. Around the country, not so sure. And does he have the appeal that of a global superstar? Not quite sure. He's more of a local superstar rather than a global superstar.
Okay, well, we'll see if those are the sorts of qualities that are appealing to any Major League Soccer teams out there looking to procure the services of the long-time finisher and all-time Mexican national team leading goal scorer Javier Hernandez, Chicharito.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.